Hi friends, it's Victoria. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you are not, if you're coming back, hello. It's very nice to see you again. I failed. It's so hard to be mad at myself because like throughout this whole thing, it's like, if I don't finish the challenge, if I don't do this, I'm gonna give myself grace. Life be life. But like at the same time, it's literally December 31st, and I kind of allowed my life to take over myself. Work was all right. Like work wasn't really the cause. I am engaged. And the wedding planning process has actively begun. Yay. I love planning. I think it's fun. I think that's the part of being a writer that also gives me a lot of joy. I love putting characters together and creating their backstories and figuring out where they get to go and just planning their little lives. I love it. That's also why I love The Sims. There's a lot of things in that. We're not getting a full out planner. I think the most that we're doing is getting a day of coordinator. But to save money, and because I also like it, I'm taking on the role of being our own planner. And so I've started the process, and we've started vendor calls. We've booked our venue. We're this close to booking our photographer and videographer. Yay. Now, how does that affect my writing? Great question. Let me tell you. Well, because of that took over a big part of my brain. Not gonna lie. I definitely have ADHD, so hyperfixation can take over my life very, very fast. I'm like, oh, I'm very interested in this thing. Granted, writing is not like something that is a passing phase. It's something that is a passion. I'm always going to want to do it, but your want can wean. And that's where the power of being disciplined comes in. And I am still very much learning how to stay disciplined and how to stay consistent. That is my personal struggle with a lot of things in life. I think it's very easy to be consistent with something that pays you, like a job. It's a true skill when you're able to be consistent and disciplined when you're just doing something because you enjoy it, and it could potentially grow to something great, but you may not see those gains, may not see that immediately. And so sometimes your want to keep going can wean a little bit. I think I've said that like 3 times now. And to be disciplined and just kind of push through it, I'm like, I'm gonna write something, is so huge. And I didn't really do that like I wanted to. I wanted to try and hit a chapter a day, and then after the first week, it got difficult. I did do 2 days where I wrote some more, and I got to chapter 14, I believe. All right, so of course, before we get started, gotta make some tea, get me cozy and relaxing. So let me go ahead and get started so we can get writing. I've written the beginning of chapter 12. Definitely good. Like, I'm like, I like where I'm going with it. She's literally, she's definitely not poetry. Like when I like look back, I'm like, okay, I see the bare bones of what I'm working with. And then I'm just like, I will not I cannot share you with people yet because it makes sense, yet it doesn't make sense. And I need to like really, let's just say I'm excited to go to draft 2 and like really get deep in, but I'm also just trying to be excited because like, you know, at least I'm working with something. I'm putting words down on a page and we're going to be able to work with something. So to me, that is a lot. So here we go. I am now kind of stuck. I'm at page 2 and I'm actually, let me know what you guys think. I'm wanting to switch POVs in a chapter. Would that be too confusing? I'm going to try it. Like, obviously I'm stuck. And so it's like, I kind of want to pause on this chapter, sadly, because like, I just like can't, like, if anything, maybe I need to pause on the scene. And then, because I see like a little bit of the ending of the scene. So I think that could work. But, so maybe I'll do that instead of fully pausing. Because like this one chunk I'm very stuck at. Word count wise, we're at a total of 618 for the chapter. And if we exclude like the couple of lines I've written for the second POV in the chapter, we're probably at like 500 something. So not great, but not awful. 10:29 p.m. and I am getting a little tired. And I want, but like, I don't know. I don't want to linger. I want to get this chapter done at the least and then start chapter 13. So I'm going to go ahead, try and skip a scene and then maybe have to come back to that because I'm just kind of stuck out where that is. So we'll do that. It is now 11:19 p.m. and I'm exhausted. I was really hoping to try and make it through 2 chapters tonight, but I don't think that's the plan. I don't think that's going to happen. But let me tell you where we are. So we have officially hit about 6 pages. And that's still with like, there are like some scenes that I'm like, I literally just wrote in between scene, like right in between scene, because like I couldn't see the scene that needs to go in between the 2 scenes I could see. So even though I know where we were going with those scenes, I just couldn't get to the middle part. So that's something I'll have to come back when I do 1.5 and write, because like once I'm done with a chapter, essentially have the bare bones, right? I'm moving on so I don't hesitate and I keep going back. But we are at 6 pages and 1,551 words. Keep in mind, I did write like maybe 2 or 3 of those need in between scenes. And like I wrote like chapter 12. So it's like, it's probably like maybe actually like 1,400 words. Maybe 1,450. I don't know. I will say this chapter is really, really funny. I was driving in an area here in North Carolina this morning, and I just saw this restaurant name, and I'm going to wait to say it until like later on. But I'm like, oh my God, wouldn't that be good in the book, right? Wouldn't that be good in a story? And then like, as I'm writing, I'm like, oh, they're going to a restaurant. I should use this. I should use that name. So it's cute. I'm making it work. It's essentially going to be a diner. And it'll be like, you know, how the stereotypicalness of like a New York diner, with the color palette. And I literally have that written down and so I'm probably going to change it. We'll see. I kind of like the way I wrote it, but it's got the color palette of like a late night jazz lounge. I'm like, ooh, How cool. That would be such a cool vibe. Anyways, so definitely, oh my gosh, the progress. The fact that I wrote pretty much like, above 1,000 words tonight, that's pretty good. And that I feel like I'm like literally I'm writing these, and there's a good chance, because I'm ending this chapter because it feels like a natural conclusion, but when I pick up the next chapter, I feel like, do I continue it? Do I just jump to the next scene and then like maybe provide some context? So there's a good chance like I'm gonna, for this one, I'll have this be like, I'll start it in chapter 13 where we are currently, so we have a continuation. And if for some reason it would work for me to add it to chapter 12, I'll definitely do that later on. But right now, again, we're just trying to get through it, right? So I think we have about like a little less than 20 chapters that I currently plan to want to have. So still a lot of chapters to go. I'm one more chapter to fully understanding where my story is and what it is. And like, you have the basis of what you want to write, right? But like, you have to actually be able to spend time in the world, like the more you spend time with your characters, the more you can understand them. And what you initially thought like, oh, this is what my characters, what I want them to do, versus now later on, it's like, oh no, my characters want you to do this. They want you to write it like this. So I'm really trying to understand. I think I have a great understanding of certain aspects of both my female and male characters, like main characters, but I need to really cultivate it. So either way, that's it for tonight. I'll see you on the next day. And that was great. I'm very proud of myself where we ended up. But then the following week, the following week 3, I don't think was week 3 Christmas. I think it was. It's like I have to sit through a writing block. I have to sit through just like, okay, I see a scene, but do I see the rest of it? I see glimmers of a scene. It's difficult. It's hard. I will say this, like, because we are literally about to be in 2026. When you're watching this, it is 2026. Yay. While I could be upset, I choose to not be that upset. I'm a little upset because I'm like, I want to have that, like, you can do better, you can keep going mentality to always keep improving, that kind of thing. But I also want to give myself some props, because you guys, like, I don't think I touched this story. Like, I've thought about this story constantly for the past 3 years, but I never really like sat down and fully touched it for like maybe a year and a half. And like starting it this summer, like going back in it, like I think I picked up at like chapter 2 or 3, going back into it, and like I'm at chapter 14. I think like I don't want to penalize myself. I'm like, oh, Victoria, you didn't finish your draft like you said you would. Because I mean, I prioritized other things in my life, I prioritized my mental health. There was like times where I really tried writing one night in the past couple of weeks. Like I had a full night and like I stared at my computer screen for like an hour and a half. I'm like, why? First I was like, Victoria, you should have just jumped to another chapter, another scene, whatever. But I see what I'm trying to do with this scene and story, but I just can't get the words out. I am not saying that the first draft needs to be so high up in pressure, But that's how I feel when I'm stuck in these writer blocks. Like when I'm looking at the screen, I'm like, come on, you've got this. And it's just not computing. But regardless, I am proud of where I got myself to be. I came into this challenge with very good intent. While it sucks that I didn't necessarily complete it, that obviously doesn't mean I'm going to stop. We're still going to try and finish draft 1, and then I'll do draft 1.5. I already knew that like the end process of, because there's a good chance like I'm going to need like maybe 3 or 4 drafts total. Because like after the second draft is when I'll start trying to figure out the whole beta reader situation. I'm not trying to jump pages. I'm not trying to jump pages right now, but that's when I would. And like, I know that's going to take time. So I will say that's literally so scary. Like, you guys, planning a wedding. And the wedding is the year of 2027. And so if I am at, like, let's say I'm like at draft 3 or draft 4, 2027, like I'm so unsure if it's going to be a self-publishing or a query situation, like to get traditionally published. I'm leaning towards traditionally published because I think it would be like, that's something that like I've dreamed about going down that path. I've also been seeing the benefits and goodness of self-publishing. So I haven't really 100% decided. The good thing is I don't have to decide now. It can just kind of be a thought. I can decide later. So regardless, I'm going to be trying to do that in 2027. Obviously the book wouldn't be, if I go traditionally, it wouldn't be published 2027, but I would start that process. If I do self-publishing, I could potentially publish it in 2027, but I don't know how long it would take after getting it to an editor or whatever. So I don't know. Point is, Project Velvet and me have a long way to go, and I'm not upset about it. It's more time to spend with my story to really give her the light she deserves. I am sorry that, like, oh gosh, I set up Draftcember to be so cool, so fun, and she wasn't. Like, I uploaded my first video about it, and then I uploaded week 1, and then here we are. Like, I'm giving you snippets of week 2, and then week 3 nothing, and then week 4 nothing. So it sucks, but it's kind of how the cookie crumbled, you know? But I appreciate you for being here. I think what I've learned from now, don't give yourself a deadline while planning a life event and trying to go through a bunch of other stuff, right? So like maybe Victoria, maybe choose one heart at a time, and go from there. Yeah. I don't know if the next video will be a writing vlog or not. We'll see, possibly, because I essentially took a break of writing from these past couple of weeks. So probably going to be a writing vlog. We'll see. Either way, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great holiday, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. I hope you had a very happy New Year's Eve, whether you celebrated at home with your family or friends, or if you celebrated out. Regardless, I hope you started the new year off awesome. I will be on the couch drinking sparkling juice, and we'll watch the ball drop and go from there and have a fun time. If you've made it this far, I mean, you guys, if you've been here and you've stuck it out with me, you already know, please leave a brown heart down below in the comments to let me know you're there and that you're the real one. Become a part of the Brown Hearts Club. Thank you again for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one.